Hi there, Aisha. Hi.
Oh,
Uh,
hi. Hi,
now,
Hector.
good to see you, Aisha. Yeah, just sometimes these things happen. It's a pity you're not able to meet Addison this afternoon. Addison, she's from New York, she's American, but she's currently in India at the moment. She's with her husband in India in the last few weeks, but just having confirmation just with she's just had a power shortage in India, so she's struggling to connect. So I'm just going
Too
to,
bad to hear that.
yeah, it does happen sometimes. So you're getting an experience. It doesn't happen often, but occasionally either myself or Stephanie or maybe one of the team members will step in and back up the teachers. So Isha, that's what happens if one of the teachers suddenly has an issue. There is a backup plan as well. So always a class is on. So just to say that I'm just reminding Addison that she's welcome to join in if she can, but she knows, yeah, she knows I'm taking over the class at the moment. However, right. So let's have a look at, let's just double check I've got that set up, all right. How are you feeling about the classes so far? Are you enjoying the experience so far, Isha?
Oh yeah. It's require a lot of speaking.
That's great. I think that's fantastic, and you've got a really great mindset as well. I just to let you know that in the meetings class we had before, something that happened over the weekend was that I've got myself a car. Did I mention this? I'm sorry, Isha.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you showed me the photo as well. Wow, congrats, you got a car.
You know what? I have to. Yeah, I think this is a guy thing, isn't it? We like to show off. Yeah, we got a car.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you got a car.
Okay, I've got to cool down. I know that I'm probably showing off too much. No, I think I'm at the moment I can't drive it until Friday because my car insurance will come through on Friday. So I'm itching to try to start driving it soon this weekend. However, I'm sorry. Well, the reason I was saying that was because it actually tied in with something we discussed in the previous class. However, yeah, with Addison, she will be back next week, I'm sure, with a further TED talk. And so, yeah, that's something that's just ongoing. Unfortunately, Addison has caught COVID, so we're having to just monitor how she's coping.
Oh
So
God, so sorry to
yeah,
hear that.
it's just the way it is. Yeah, unfortunately, being in India, of course, it's a big risk. It's a
Yeah.
mistake. I suppose it's we've all made mistakes in life, don't we? I think that's it's highly regrettable that she went to India just before this outbreak, and she's in lockdown over there right now. However, she's a strong woman, strong lady, and I'm sure that she'll come through this. And she seemed okay last week, but yeah, unfortunately, the internet in India is not so stable.
Okay.
But she will be. I'll get confirmation when she will head back to New York, because yeah, she's actually very, she's quite good. It's just hope that she can be more stable with her internet access. However, we're looking at this wonderful question. Have you ever heard of concerns about sitting, Aisha?
Oh,
Have you? Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
yes, I believe like people is not suggest that doesn't suggest to sit for a long time.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
Suggest.
because we will like have a back pain if we didn't get the gesture right.
Right, to get our posture, is that right?
Yeah,
Posture.
yeah, the posture, yeah.
Posture right, yes. Yeah, we need to sit or we will impact our posture, isn't it? Our posture.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of problems do you think occur when we sit down too long? What sort of problems do you think occurs when we sit down? This is oh, this is kind of scary to look at. Oh no.
Should we just stand up right now?
Actually, there was something that was quite interesting. This one here, there's an interesting thought here. I thought maybe I'll just open the image and yeah. I was just looking at this. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I could add this into the. It's a little hard to see, so I'll just open this up. A little bit tricky. Sitting less at work. 10 ways to sit less at work. Ideas, any ideas about how to sit less at work? Here's a few. Maybe you've got some more as well, Isha. So a step counter. Oh, have I got one of those? Yeah, I might have. A step counter. Have you ever heard of a step counter? Aisha, have you heard of a step counter? Let me show you a step counter.
Okay.
Step counter. Image, step counter, step. Oh, we use a phone, right? You can use a phone.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's the one. I think I've got something like that. I'm not sure it works anymore, but shame on me. Okay, I haven't used it enough. That's it. So I've got it here somewhere in my drawer. Step counter. Have you got any friends who've got a step counter?
I think everybody uses their phone.
Their phone, yeah. This looks pretty cool. Right. How do you use your phone on this? Is it like you just put it on? Is it do you put your phone on your shoulder or something, and then it count? How does it work, Isha, with the step
Actually,
counter?
because I didn't use my phone as this function, but I saw my friend. She didn't put on her on. She just like put inside the pocket. So probably
Okay.
it can feel your movement.
Yes, right. Yes, that's true. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty cool too, isn't it? Yes, that's I guess, yeah. Do a lot of people follow the calorie count? Is that something that people like to do? To look at the calories, to burn off the calories. Is that a motivator?
I don't know. I won't. It's so
No, you probably.
stressful.
Yeah, I don't think you need to. I'm just thinking whether I need to. I'm scared. I think I'm going to have to put another 1 in front of there. Yeah, maybe it's. There we go. I need to reach this number. However, yes, you're right. This is some of the issues of the hidden risk of sitting. We've got a few questions about it. I think we can just maybe have a discussion about it. So let's have a quick look at the video, the hidden risks of sitting. Before we do, things. Now we were discussing it before we do. Looking at what's the main problems of sitting down too long. The back, isn't it? Have you had problems, and have you ever experienced any problems with? What do you think is going to happen to this guy?
The back pain.
Gosh, yes, that's true. Yes, it's yeah. I mean, have you ever experienced any problems with sitting down too long, or sitting have you ever experienced any neck pain or shoulders?
Yeah, definitely. When I was working in the office, and so if I feel I feel my back pain, my neck pain. So I would just like stand up, like just like go to the washroom, hiding a little bit, try to do some stretch and go and come back again.
Right. And how often do you do this?
Not really often because sometimes you really focus on what you are doing. So yeah, I think it's better to do like every hour to stand up a little bit.
I think so. Yeah, every hour probably. Or do you think this is a good idea? Hi, Grace. Good to see you. Well, looking at sitting down too long. Is this a good idea to have a standing? Would it be better to stand or sit down or do both?
Yeah, actually, I know some of the company, they ask their colleagues to stand up while they are walking, so they can do things more efficient and more concentrated. Yeah, I heard about it, but I will say, well, sometimes I still want to sit down, so I need my chair.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, about the future? So, Grace, we're just talking about the hidden risks of sitting. Just to say, Grace, apologies about Addison. I was just saying to Aisha, sometimes this happens, that we have backup, and one of the backup teachers, so if any teacher is down or can't make it, I will step in, or Stephanie, or maybe there's another teacher that will step in as well. So there's always classes always going on. So,
no problem.
But unfortunately, you probably know that Addison is located in India.
Yeah.
I think, and yeah, she's a bit under the weather, and also the internet access is not very stable in India at the moment.
Yeah, we had the trouble last time too. And she says she's 14 days of the COVID. She got another 7 days to get recovered.
That's true. Yes. Yes, it's unfortunate. Yeah, we didn't expect her to be. Well, it wasn't a plan to go to India too long, but as sometimes so often the case, she should have been back in New York by now, but unfortunately she's rather stuck.
Because right now in India it's very serious. The condition is very worse.
It's getting worse, isn't it? It's getting, yeah, very severe. But we're monitoring the situation day by day, and hopefully she'll be back up soon. And by the way, Ray will be doing a trial class on Friday. That's a general conversation. I'll be joining him as well, just to back him up, to just see how he does. He's from New York as well, but currently he's in the Philippines. So we're picking out.
This is international.
I don't know if they like. Maybe they don't like New York. I don't know what's going on, but they're supposed to be in New York. The two teachers from New York in America, they've gone over to, anyway, however, yes, they're very international people from New York. Have you met any people from New York, Aisha? Have you met?
Yeah, I have some friends in New York.
Yeah, great people.
Yes, yeah. They are
Grace?
safe and healthy.
Yes. Grace, how about you? You know any people from New York?
Yes, I do have a friend is opening the coffee shop in Boston.
Oh, right. All right. Yes, they're very, very forthright people. So, and that's one of the things that we are looking for here is the mix, the more slightly reserved nature of the British, and maybe the more slight openness of Canadians, and maybe more openness of Americans as well. So you hopefully get a nice mix of range, and so we sometimes have the odd South African as well, to try to mix your experience with different different foreigners. Right. Okay. And we were just, I was just looking at this, weren't we? 10 ways to sit less at work. So yeah, looking at this step counter. Set a reminder to get up once an hour.
Yeah, my watch has the automatic alarm. Will tell me, hey, you need to get up.
Right. Well, how's that work? Does it like is it your watch,
Yes.
Grace? Yeah.
Yeah, the watch. I
So
have the
beep, beep,
watch
beep.
set alarm,
Hmm.
so it will remind you to stand up a little bit because usually I will forget to stand up because when I into office from 9 o'clock, I will probably sit until 12 and not stand. I know this is bad. This is really bad.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up, isn't it? To be consumed by work.
Yes.
It's so easy, isn't it? It's consumed by your work, by work. How do you switch off from work? Aisha, how do you switch off from work? I mean, any advice? You know, I'm thinking, because I think a lot of people in Taiwan, with all due respect, and I think it's something around the world as well, is that we're very much habit people, aren't we? We're very much driven by habit. But how do you switch off from work?
Well, but if during office hour, it's very difficult to switch off. But if you, yeah, but I think you can make it a small technique, like to chit chat with your colleagues, where you pretend you want to ask some questions, so you can make yourself an excuse to stand up and just walking around to ask, hey, how's everything? Like, how's your dinner last night? Something like that. A small chit chatting.
Small talk. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grace, what any thoughts, Grace? Your thoughts there?
Go to restaurant.
Go to yeah. Well, that's what this is what it says. Drink lots of water for frequent restroom trips. There we go.
Yeah.
So lots of drink. Yeah, coffee is usually terrible for that. Anyway, yes, have a coffee. Oh, gotta go.
You got to go. You got to go. There
You
is
got to go. There's your alarm clock. Actually, I know there's some guys I know who had to hold it in just to keep going. Oh dear. Right. No suggestions, Grace. Is that your idea? Is that no? Well, yeah, your alarm clock is that. How do people switch off? You've got to go. You've got to go. Alarm clock. Good point. Social talk. I like that, Aisha. Yeah, that's good. You know, you're a very sociable person, Aisha. I can tell. You know, sometimes talking to people depends on who you talk to. You know, some people you don't want to talk.
Yeah, true.
You don't want to talk to in the office.
You don't want to talk to your boss.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you for a while just to kill time. Oh, no trouble. Yeah, Grace, your thoughts?
The boss will say, "Are you need something more to do?"
Yes. Oh, you got too much time in your hands. Okay, here's another load of work for you. Yes, come in on Saturday. Yeah, Grace, how you switch off from work? How do you switch off? You know, how do you
what exactly is switch off?
switch off? How do you, you know, it's a phrase, we like to think of it as a electric switch. Switch the light on, switch the light off.
It's turn off.
Turn off the work. So like a switch, if the light is on, the work, switch it off, sleep. Okay, I'm not saying you have to, but that's one way, isn't it? How do you switch your mind?
Switch off the mind. I went jogging. I went jogging or do yoga or swimming.
Oh, right, exercise. Good idea.
Yes.
Oh.
That is the best way I can.
From work. Switch off your mind from work.
Yes,
Yes, that's true. Do you, Grace, you do that, right? Do you do yoga, I believe. Is that right?
I do yoga twice a week. I jogging twice a week.
Well done. My gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's good. How's your knees? Are they okay, Grace? All right. Any problem? No problem.
My knees
Yeah.
is not very good because I have the arthritis.
Oh no. Yes. I guess there's some arthritis. Sorry, arthritis. I guess there's some. They say there's some things that help you with arthritis. Yeah. We'll have a private discussion about that, Grace. Yeah, maybe I have to do the same.
Well, I live with this arthritis for like 20 years already.
Arthritis. Okay, let's try that. Like Arthur.
Arthritis.
Yeah.
Arthritis.
Arthritis. The dominant vowel I. Arthritis. So usually the U affects the I. There's a sort of vowel, letter vowel. So it's arthritis.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yes, I've got a thing called Viking hand. Have you heard of that before?
No.
Viking hand. Have you guys ever heard? I don't think you will have done, because obviously you're in Taiwan. I'm Northern European. Viking hand.
Viking hand.
Okay. This isn't me, by the way. Not yet. No, I am Viking hand. No, it's not quite like that. Here we go. A Viking hand is it's the tendon. See, that's my finger here. Okay.
类风湿关节炎. No.
Yeah, you know, and it's eventually.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm not that serious.
No. Oh yes, not your yes. This will be.
Sometimes it will getting like what to say. They will make some 发炎。我想一下，这个怎么讲？
It's a tendon here. That's the thing. Mind you, I'll be very good for catching a ball. You know, when the ball comes like baseball or something, I can catch it and my hand's ready to catch. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is something that is quite common because York, UK. York is a very beautiful place near here. This is so it's called the Shambles. It's the second most visited place in the UK, York, and this is let's see now. I'll sort of show you a picture of where York is. Yeah, Northern England. We're actually very nearby. We're only about 20 miles away from York. So actually, where I'm calling you from is called Harrogate. It's kind of like the second London. We call it, some people say Harrogate is a mini, well, a lot of people from London have homes up here. But what it is that this used to be the Viking capital. The Vikings were the Danish. Yeah, Vikings, they invaded, very nice of them, and they operated over here from Denmark. So the Viking ships, yes, they're the Vikings. So that's, and they brought it over. These Vikings, they eventually they affected. Yeah, their anyway. Story is that yeah. So I anyway. However, we got to figure out. Well, these are my hands. They don't have a problem with sitting. That's good. But yes, lots of water. Go to eat away from the office. Take a walk. Walking meeting. That's a good one. Grace, ever do that? Walking meeting? Ever have
No, because meeting always need to have the like Zoom or the team. So you need to stay at the computer. You cannot just walking around.
You're right. Yes. No, but I do remember in Acton finding time to talk to anyone. Everyone's so busy. So have a quick down the corridor, quick chat, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, walking meetings sometimes not very organized. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not working well if we just bump to chat with someone that is discussion. That's not a meeting. I
think you're right. More like a discussion meet. It's not really a meeting, is it? It's more like an idea, sort of brains. Yeah, just kind of like that, isn't it?
My supervisor always come in front of me and say, "Hey, Grace, are you ready?" No, I'm not.
Yes. Okay, okay, yes, very true. Right, so let's have a quick look at the video. Risks of sitting. So a lot of hidden risks that we just don't, it's weird, isn't it? We feel comfortable sitting, but then we don't know what we're doing to ourselves. Okay, let's have a look at the video then. Okay, here we go.
Right now, you're probably sitting down to watch this video, and staying seated for a few minutes to view it is probably okay. But the longer you stay put, the more agitated your body becomes. It sits there counting down the moments until you stand up again and take it for a walk. That may sound ridiculous. Our bodies love to sit, right? Not really. Sure, sitting for brief periods can help us recover from stress or recuperate from exercise. But nowadays, our lifestyles make us sit much more than we move around. And our bodies simply aren't built for such a sedentary existence. In fact, just the opposite is true. The human body is built to move, and you can see evidence of that in the way it's structured. Inside us are over 360 joints and about 700 skeletal muscles that enable easy, fluid motion. The body's unique physical structure gives us the ability to stand up straight against the pull of gravity. Our blood depends on us moving around to be able to circulate properly. Our nerve cells benefit from movement, and our skin is elastic, meaning it molds to our motions. So if every inch of the body is ready and waiting for you to move, what happens when you just don't? Let's start with the backbone of the problem, literally. Your spine is a long structure made of bones and the cartilage discs that sit between them. Joints, muscles, and ligaments that are attached to the bones hold it all together. A common way of sitting is with a curved back and slumped shoulders, a position that puts uneven pressure on your spine. Over time, this causes wear and tear in your spinal discs, overworks certain ligaments and joints, and puts strain on muscles that stretch to accommodate your back's curved position. This hunched shape also shrinks your chest cavity while you sit, meaning your lungs have less space to expand into when you breathe. That's a problem because it temporarily limits the amount of oxygen that fills your lungs and filters into your blood. Around the skeleton are the muscles, nerves, arteries, and veins that form the body's soft tissue layers. The very act of sitting squashes, pressurizes, and compresses, and these more delicate tissues really feel the brunt. Have you ever experienced numbness and swelling in your limbs when you sit? In areas that are the most compressed, your nerves, arteries, and veins can become blocked, which limits nerve signaling, causing the numbness, and reduces blood flow in your limbs, causing them to swell. Sitting for long periods also temporarily deactivates lipoprotein lipase, a special enzyme in the walls of blood capillaries that breaks down fats in the blood. So when you sit, you're not burning fat nearly as well as when you move around. What effect does all of this stasis have on the brain? Most of the time, you probably sit down to use your brain, but ironically, lengthy periods of sitting actually run counter to this goal. Being stationary reduces blood flow and the amount of oxygen entering your bloodstream through your lungs. Your brain requires both of those things to remain alert, so your concentration levels will most likely dip as your brain activity slows. Unfortunately, the ill effects of being seated don't only exist in the short term. Recent studies have found that sitting for long periods is linked with some types of cancers and heart disease, and can contribute to diabetes, kidney, and liver problems. In fact, researchers have worked out that worldwide, inactivity causes about 9% of premature deaths a year. That's over 5 million people. So what seems like such a harmless habit actually has the power to change our health. But luckily, the solutions to this mounting threat are simple and intuitive. When you have no choice but to sit, try switching the slouch for a straighter spine. And when you don't have to be bound to your seat, aim to move around much more. Perhaps by setting a reminder to yourself to get up every half hour. But mostly, just appreciate that bodies are built for motion, not for stillness. In fact, since the video's almost over, why not stand up and stretch right now? Treat your body to a walk. It'll thank you later.
Great, guys. Okay, right. I'm going now because I'm stretching. Okay, just fantastic. No, it's yeah. Any thoughts from there? That's how do you feel, Aisha? Is that you feel better or worse?
I feel worse because I really sit for a long time doing my quarantine. I should stand up right now.
It's scary, isn't it? Oh no,
It's so
scary.
scary.
Yeah, Grace, how you feel? Oh,
It's slowly kill yourself.
Okay, in moderation. We say this in moderation, but I tell you what, though, isn't it? It's quite a. It makes you want to rethink, doesn't it? Sometimes it's yeah, right. It makes you want to think. My gosh, how often do I sit down all day?
Yeah.
So notice, did it say, Grace, every half an hour? Was that right? Every 30 minutes?
Yeah, the film say every half hour.
Gosh, half an hour. I mean, okay, but oh, sometimes a phone call can last an hour, can't it? Or a meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
do you do? Should meetings have like a cutoff time, or every 50 minutes have a stop, or every 1 hour? Then there should be.
No way. Normally the meeting is over 1 hour.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, it's but yeah, so it might be a very good point. Do people go to the gym before work? Is that something that's quite a like a lifestyle way? Go to the gym before work, and then you
lots
use
of
your
people, they want to do this, but the reality is they woke up too late, so they always rush to the work. They don't have time to go.
Aisha, how about you? Do you go to the gym? Is that something you, or how do you keep your body flexible? That's
Actually, before, yes, when I still flying, I used to go to the gym if I stay at the hotel. But
okay.
if I back to my own place, I seldom go to gym, but I will try to work out on my home. I will do yoga and some exercise at home. Yeah, it's not really necessary to go out nowadays because it's a COVID, right? So you get a risk.
Yeah, benefits of
Aisha,
yoga.
you are quarantined in the house,
Yeah, in my house.
so
Awesome.
you can
Okay.
walk around, because my friend always walk around.
Sure. Of course, I can walk around. Of course, I'm always walking around.
And you can count. You can count. You need to work like a half hour and take a rest a little bit and then work another half hour.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Thank you.
It's interesting what you're saying, isn't it, about yoga? What are the benefits? Weston, welcome. Are you ever tempted to do yoga, Weston? Or do you do any type of exercises? Well, Weston, looks like the screen is frozen there.
No.
Okay.
Hi, Weston.
I've tried it once. Hi.
Okay. That's oh, you tried, yes, yoga, yes. I tried once too. I had me
I
upside
think
down.
yoga is a sport. Is an activity that very tired.
Yeah.
Like painful.
No, it's not.
Benefits.
You are young. How can it be painful?
They,
That's
like,
my excuse. There we go.
like,
Oh, look.
I think this adjective can describe what I feel when I'm doing yoga.
You know, when you're looking at yoga, you have done it then, Weston. That's brilliant because you all three of you have done yoga. What are the main benefits that you see then? Maybe Grace, will start with you. What is the benefits
I've
you get
tried
from your?
once,
Oh, okay, Weston.
and
Okay.
Yoga can stretch your body,
Stretch. Okay, stretch. Yes.
and you need to breathe. Breath.
Oh, breathing, isn't it? To
Breathing.
breathe.
Yes, breathing can help you calm. And
Calm
deep
down.
breath. Deep breath can bring the oxygen to your blood.
Okay, feeling. There's this thing called Zen. What's that mean? Zen. Is it Zen? Is
Zen
peace.
is something like you
all right.
you
Some
make yourself
meditation. I guess?
meditation.
Meditation. Meditation. Yes, actually, there's an old song, dedication, but that's another song. Okay, yeah, meditation. Yeah, okay, benefits, Weston, your thoughts, and then Aisha, I'll come on to you in a moment. Your thoughts, Weston, your benefits of yoga. Gets you away from homework,
stretching
right?
To let your body to do something like sport.
Yeah, yeah, or maybe circulation. Have you heard of that word, circulation? Circulation, isn't it?
Circulation, right?
I think that's very important, isn't it, for the body? The blood flow helps the blood circulate, helps the blood circulate around the body. Yeah. Oh, yes. Benefits. Yes. Your thoughts, Aisha. Your thoughts on what do you think we need to do? I'm just, I'm a novice. I went into the deep end. There was a guy who I joined a yoga class, and it just so happens that just my luck, they were doing the one where you have to go upside down against the wall. So I
Yeah.
said, oh, is this how you start? So, oh, is this what you do? I thought we're supposed to sit on the mat. No, we're going upside down today. What? Anyway, maybe it was a slight advanced class.
That is already the high class, so I
Yeah.
think you need to from basic.
Yeah.
I must have gone in the wrong class. Anyway, I walked in thinking it's basic class. We're going to do a basic class. No, we're at this level. Oh, my head almost went through the floor. Anyway, another time for that. Anyway, Aisha, how about you? What's your thoughts? What are the benefits of yoga then? Your
I think
thoughts.
you build some of your muscle you don't use in your normal life. So it will really get your muscle stronger.
Do you know what? That is so true. There are so many times. Have you experienced doing something different and think, oh God, I've just used a muscle I haven't used for so long.
Yeah.
Sometimes like, oh, I didn't know I got one of those. Anyway, yeah, suddenly you're just using a different muscle. But yeah, does it use most of the muscles in the body then, Aisha? Does it? Does it try to use all the muscles in the body?
No, it's just for daily life, a lot of muscle we won't use it. But when
Hmm.
you practice yoga, yeah, it depends on your instructor. If
Right.
they want to like practice your lower body, some of the parts you really you get so pain because you don't use those muscles in your daily life.
Yeah, that relieves anxiety. Oh, that was a good one. My
Yeah.
anxiety was pretty high when I had to go upside down. However, you're right. I think it does relax you, doesn't it? It's yeah. Yeah.
And
Did you feel that
you need to train your core muscle,
core muscle, right? Your core body muscle, isn't it? The core, yeah. Okay, so we just go back to this again. How long do you think every day? So Weston, how long do you sit down every day on average? How many hours a day do you sit down?
1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 hours.
That's good. 4 to 5 hours. Not bad. Okay,
You
you're
have a
healthy.
break. You have break during each class, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, you do? Yes, Weston? Yeah, you have breaks between your classes. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing about school, isn't it? You've got to go from one classroom and then walk along to the other classroom. So you've got a little bit of exercise in between. Hmm.
So we change the classroom in the elementary school. Are you? Weston, are you changing the classroom?
Yes, but for coronavirus, so now maybe the teacher will just teach the things on the textbook.
Right. And are you
So
staying in the same
after
classroom?
coronavirus, we'll keep to walk to the each classroom during different subjects.
Mm,
Do you know, I think, that's a very interesting point, though, about with Zoom. Many of us are sitting down maybe even longer, during this COVID. I just thought
Yes.
maybe it could very well be. But how about you then,
No.
Grace? How many hours a day on average do you sit down? Or do you want, I was going to say, unless you don't want to tell us. Yes, 8, okay. Oh, Aisha, how about you? 8 hours or?
Maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, 4 to 5 hours, gosh. Okay, Grace, we've got some work to do on this, haven't we? Yeah, I'm at least, I think I'm 8, maybe more. So I need to, do you know what? I tell you something, happened to me last year. Very, very human behavior, this. Oh, what's it called? It's sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve. It was at the base of my back. It's a nerve that affected the base of my back, and it was a wake-up call. A wake-up call. Have you ever heard of the term wake-up call? Have you heard that term before? It's like it was a wake-up call. I had a trapped nerve, the sciatic nerve. So sciatic nerve, lower back. Sciatic nerve, lower back.
大背痛，
Right.
僵直性脊椎炎。
Do you know what that is? Is this quite a common? I think I would guess sciatica. There we go. Yeah, sciatica. A slight trapped nerve. It was in my just lower down my back. Wasn't so bad. But oh God, it was hurtful, painful. I know it was really quite difficult.
Oh, okay. 坐骨神经痛。
Oh, thank you. Sciatica. Yeah. So it was a wake-up call for me.
Oh.
So it made me think, oh, right, okay. So now I walk, I in the evenings, I'll go, we're near a park. We're near, the town park. So I walk around the park most days. I try to most days go walking around the park. Much better now, but very much important to exercise, isn't it? At least for fast walking.
Yeah.
What type of, yeah. So Aisha, is your exercise, is it mostly yoga, or do you do other exercises?
Yeah, I also do other exercise, but I just follow the YouTube. So it's like 20 minutes exercise, something like that. Just
Right,
make
right.
myself get sweat.
No, yeah, you break, sometimes, yeah, to break a sweat. Yeah, break a sweat. It's kind of a way we say it. It's to break a sweat means your skin is breaking up. Okay, so now this, or to yeah, heat up your body, to get into, to break a sweat and get your body and get my body warm. Yeah, I think that's very true, isn't it? YouTube, are you sure? Is there many choices of YouTube programs?
Yeah, there are a lot. So you
Mhm.
just choose like
Hector, I can suggest you to do Tai Chi.
Hey, Tai
yeah.
Chi, I've done
Tai
that
Chi is
before.
very good for you.
Oh, my hands were burning last time I did it. Yes, the Tai Chi, yeah, I love it. Like with the ball, isn't it? And the,
Yeah.
That is
oh,
the
Grace.
slowly movement. It's very good for your body, especially
Any-
you have the
Mhm.
uh,
Anything slow is good for me. I think
Yeah.
we've got Chloe coming up, actually. I'm thinking about we could do a breakout room here. Hi, Chloe, good to see us. Do you?
Hello.
Can't see me. See you. Yes, we are talking about sitting down. Sitting down. We've been sitting down for how long, guys? 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Not to make it, as we call it, rubbing salt in the wound. Have you heard that term before? No, I'm just joking. I'm being sarcastic at the moment. Rubbing salt in the wound. No, sitting down. Chloe, how long do you sit every day on average? We've got so far, just double check, Weston. How many hours? You're up to about 5 hours a day, Weston, is that right?
Right?
5 hours, yeah. Grace, you're 8, right?
Yeah, 8.
8, and Isha is currently 5. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
am I-
Yeah. Right. right.
Is it getting up to 6 now? Is it
It's going to be 6.
6? Okay, we've got 6 today. Okay, all right. Chloe, how about you?
I stand for whole day.
All right. Okay. 0. Well done. Well, no. You're sitting down. So right now, 5 minutes. Okay. Right, we're up to that. Right. So ways in which to what sort of ways, I'd like to think that what are some tips on reducing the way you sit, how to reduce sitting down, some ideas about that. So guys, let's do this. I don't think Aisha, have you been in a breakout room before, Aisha?
No.
Right, okay, so we're going to try this. Chloe, you're okay? We're going to go and Grace, breakout room.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, where's my breakout room option? Let's see if I can get that right. That's our claim the host, here we go. Yeah, so we
Actually-
just want to do is, what we do is we put you into 2 groups. Breakout room. Put you into 2 groups, and we're going to discuss just a little bit about ways in which to reduce, and I'll come and drop in and see you as well. But ways in which to reduce sitting down, tips and ideas, or what ways in which we can improve our lifestyle. Okay, so yeah, Chloe, you can give some good advice on this. So I'm going to just, let's see now, if we move to, okay then, so Chloe, Weston, because you two are quite familiar with this, so I'm going to just put you both in room 2, room 1, Isha and Grace. Okay, so here we go,
Okay.
and I'll come and drop in and see how you're doing. Okay, ways in which we can reduce our time sitting down. I'm going to go for a walk now. No, just kidding, but here we go. Okay. there. Right. Right, okay, I think we're coming out of, that's true. The other two, Aisha and Grace, they don't want to come out of their room. I think they're happy to stay in their room. 34 seconds, okay, so yeah, ways in which to sit down and ways to which to move around. Do you think we all sit down too much nowadays? Do you think this is a big problem? Do you think it's a health issue? Oh, yeah, Chloe, what do you think? Is this a big problem in society? Sitting down too long?
Yes, because there are many people work in office and sit for long time and watch the screen for whole day, and it's not good. It's not good at your health and
For your health, that's right. Not good for you. Yes, it's part of many issues we're discovering, isn't it? So some very good points. Welcome back, Grace, Aisha. Did you two enjoy the breakout room? Was that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Grace.
That's fantastic. Okay, that's great. Yes, we sometimes do this when we get a bigger group, usually sometimes optional, but if it's 3 or more students, then we can certainly do that, and that gives you more chance to talk. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed it, Isha, as well. And yeah, so very good points brought up by Chloe. Weston, what was it, like an uncomfortable chair? Weston was one. So don't have a comfortable chair, okay? Maybe a stool, maybe something, just a wooden chair, maybe. Oh, awful feeling. Keep that going. Short videos.
My chair is a wooden chair.
Oh, is it? Are you okay? Grace? Yes. Yeah, I was suggesting having an electric chair, just so that if you do sit down too long, it's and then it gets you up and going. But short videos, yeah, Weston, that's a good one. And Chloe, you've got a suggestion about maybe more walking around around the house, or yeah, some suggestions there, Chloe, isn't it, about the lifestyle people have standing up when traveling on a bus. That's for maybe if you have a chance when traveling public transport, don't sit down, stand and let other people sit down. Of course, Chloe, you've been standing up all day, so you sit down. So, but other people should stand up. Okay, so Grace and Isha, yes. So Grace, any thoughts? Any thoughts you came up with? Ways, techniques to avoid sitting down too long?
Thinking, I really seriously thinking to make my desk higher so I can stand up and type in the computer during the work. But this need to discuss with my supervisor because I will be the only one stranger in the office doing this.
Do you know, it's an interesting thought, isn't it? Do you think the future of the office, I mean, desk could then be something whereby you could sit down and then have some sort of lever or something and it goes up so you can stand up and do continually work, so that the desk itself goes up if you want to stand for a while and then come back down if you want to sit
Yeah,
for a while?
that would be very good innovation if someone can help.
Yeah. There we go, guys. That's it. Somebody make a patent for that and you're set. Okay, so that's the new, there we go. We'll make a proposal for a multi-level desk. That's true. Great. Isha, what's any thoughts? Any final thoughts before we close?
We just talking about Grace said she will drink a lot of water in the morning, and before going to office, she also drink water. So because she always forgot to drink more water when she works, so I think it's great if you drink a lot before you really go to the office.
Yes. Yes, there we are. Yeah, and Chloe, I mentioned milk tea. That's a good one. Bubble milk tea. Don't forget that. Have that. We just had bubble milk tea day, so very important. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You have plenty of water. You've got to go. There's no choice there. So yes, you have to get up. So some great ideas, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so we have to look out for, all of us have to think about how to exercise more. But yeah, thank you all for your input. That was fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed the breakout room. We certainly will do that again if we have more students there, of course, in the group there as well. Okay. So any final thoughts, Chloe? Any thoughts you'd like to offer? And
No.
Weston, you okay?
Everything good?
Everything's okay.
Yes, okay. So change your seats, make it more uncomfortable. Grace, very good. Keep your seat. Make sure it's uncomfortable. And yeah, Aisha, please, yeah, give us advice on any other tips, exercise, yoga. Yeah, something. Grace, Aisha, yeah. If you're doing any more yoga, and Weston. Yeah. By the way, Chloe, do you do yoga at all? Do you?
Seldom. Tried it before. And
Yeah.
I played the yoga video on TV, and I do it in front of the television.
Right, I'll have a look at some YouTube videos. Yeah, Aisha, I'll have a look for those YouTube. But you know, feel free to share something in the group if you feel good exercise. Okay, that's a great idea. Feel free to do so. Yeah, by the way, just to let you know, Addison is still in India, and we're monitoring her situation because she has unfortunately caught COVID, but she is getting better, and hopefully she'll be back next week. But her internet access is a little bit unstable at the moment. We hope that once she's back in New York, then she'll be more stable on that front. I'm telling her to get up and walk about, so I'll mention that to her now, to get better that way too. Anyway, Isha, thanks very much. Grace, Chloe, Weston, it's been great to see you, and have a great evening. Enjoy any exercise or something that you wish to do tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow, and let's see what comes up. I think it's Jay tomorrow as well. So there's a few of us already. So looking forward to, and Greg and someone in the middle, which I can't remember. Stephanie, that's right, with aviation. So feel free to join any of those classes. Drop in. It's just how we do that. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Okay. Thanks so much for your time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
care.
Nice day.